Radim Malinic is a director, creator and designer living and working in southwest London. He runs Brand New, a multidisciplinary award-winning studio. Before finding his passion within the creative industry sector, Malinic was born in Czech. He played ice hockey, was a bass player in death metal bands, an indie DJ, music journalist, and student of economics and business management. In Malinic's early 20s, he moved to the UK to explore the extensive music scene, only to find a greater interest in art and the graphic design. Since then, his broad interests have seen him working with some of the biggest brands, companies, and bands in the world. He's worked with Harry Potter, London Film Museum, Psycho, Sprite, WWF, and USAID, amongst many others. In the beginning of his career, he got a job in a very small printing shop where they would print t-shirts and flyers, all very low-key in Malinic's eyes. He got a job there as a junior, then after a couple of years there went to get a job in a design company, and made it from a junior to a senior in 2.5 years. Working in that design studio, Malinic found the passion he had to create something for everyone the best he could.
And that was forming my idea of what I really wanted to be. Like I've discovered that through working with people who didn't really give too much shit about good design, I wanted to do the opposite. I wanted to really care about every single piece of work that that I was working on. I wanted to do the best possible work because I found myself in a sort of normal scenario of design practice. I found myself very limited because my very first boss told me that I should make things look pretty because clients didn't pay enough for it.
Malinic isn't new to failure. He quit a full-time job to open a studio. However, it did not succeed with no clients, no website, no philosophy of what he was able to add. There was no direction or success to the business. A few years later, he decided to give it a second go, being far better prepared. He knew what type of work he wanted to make, knew where he could go and get that work from, then, for many years, worked crazy hours to ensure he never had to go back into full-time employment. That's how Brand New was built. It's about creating new brands and revitalizing existing ones by forging creative, collaborative partnerships with everyone they work with. The heart of their process is to truly listen to their collaborators, learning everything that can be learnt. That means fully realizing the creative potential of their ideas and celebrating their clients' uniqueness, from the very first meeting to the final creative application across each and every touchpoint. In 2018, Radim participated in Air Max Day, a day which celebrates Nike and their world-famous sneakers. They brought balloons to the party in the shape of Nike logo. Created in 2018 as a part of the event, they modelled the icon logo in gold shiny balloons filled with air. These illustrations were shared all over the world, especially on Instagram. Burgerjal is a nightclub and is something of an institution in Sweden. In 2017, they celebrated 15 years of excellence. Brand New has been part of their brand story since 2009, providing assistance with design and creative direction. Every year it's the utmost importance for them to keep pushing the benchmark of what they can collaboratively achieve. To celebrate, you could say, the teenage anniversary, they went all out on creating a fully packed toolkit of 3D designs and variants to give Burgerjal plenty of assets to use across the full 12 months. All designs are packed full of colour and energy, consisting of countless poster variants, staff uniforms, merchandise and animated designs for on-screen in-venue application. This brand identity is very different to other nightclubs. Instead of using dark colours, the use of vibrant themes makes it more welcoming to more people. Malinic has also produced a number of books. Published in 2019, the Book of Branding is a guide to creating brand identity for startups and beyond. It's an essential addition to the Startup Toolkit designed for entrepreneurs, founders, visual designers, brand creators, and anyone seeking to decode the complicated world of brand identity. The conversational, jargon-free tone of the book helps the reader to understand essential elements of the brand identity process. offering first-hand experience, insights, and tips throughout. The book uses real-life case studies to show how great collaborative work can be achieved. This creative guide for new businesses, startups, and individuals puts a visual identity at the heart of brand strategy. Book of Ideas Volume 1 is a journal of creative direction and graphic design. It is very suitable for art and design students, freelancers, art directors, graphic designers, and all other creatives looking to grow their careers. It is an outpouring of what one creative director and designer has achieved from many years working in the strange and essentially fascinating world of the creative industry. They share advice on everything from inspiration to inbox control, facing your fears, finding happiness in your work, the art of self-promotion, and beating creative block. It is also illustrated with some of the most important and resonate portfolio projects. Book of Ideas Volume 2. Again, this is aimed at art students and freelancers and art directors, so forth. Volume 2 continues what designer and creative director Radim Malinic started in the first edition, offering yet more indispensable advice on making it in the creative industries. Chapters cover issues ranging from creativity for good, how to decode our own creative DNA, embracing limitations, using humor, and how to entertain the right wrongs. It discusses how to improve design work through more skillful use of language, and in doing so, how to stir the right reactions and present well-rounded creative projects with confidence. It offers holistic guidance on better understanding yourself as a creative and how to approach your life and work in a mindful, smart way to make you a better designer, creator, and thinking at any point in your career. All covers have been designed by Malinic and express his passion for creating profound work. Audiences gain an insight into Malinic and the way he produces work and the ups and downs of his career. A recent project which Malinic has found extremely satisfying is the 36 Days of Type, which he has incorporated an ASL theme. In 2019, they combined sign language with typography to encourage everyone to learn the basics of sign language. Before the project, Malinic had very little knowledge of how much sign language differs between countries. They decided to create a spelling set for the American Sign Language that is around 500,000 native speakers. There are further plans to take the project beyond the screen and turn it into an educational tool as well. The composition of each letter is very clear while looking very aesthetic. The use of putting the letter and the hand through it with an ASL way to say it is very easy to understand. I find this extremely amazing, the fact that he is trying to promote the idea of learning ASL to communicate to a different part of the community and reduce the separation between people. I also love that Malinic used this event to highlight an issue. Many submissions are very cool but are just showing letters, not pushing the boundaries of what is possible to educate and design. Radim Malinic's work is very inspirational to me. His philosophy and determination to understand completely the client and their consumer is what makes his work so unique.